Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
What we have to do today? Can anybody tell?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Akshat. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Om. Can anybody tell me where were we and what exactly we were doing?
Ma'am, I think that we have done the chapter. I think.
Which one? First one or the second one?
Ma'am, the second one.
Second one is complete. The explanation and everything done.
Ma'am, I think. As in the last class, we were doing that. Ma'am, 1 minute.
Hmm.
We were doing the soil profile, no, ma'am. So you have explained all the types. Ma'am, I think today we will start soil erosion. Page
Okay,
number 144.
fine. We'll start with soil erosion today. Huh? So wait a moment. Okay. Is it confirmed that we have to start with the soil erosion?
Ma'am,
Yes,
not
ma'am.
confirmed.
Not confirmed? Who will confirm it?
Ma'am, confirmed. We have to start with soil erosion.
Okay, we have
Okay, ma'am, now confirmed.
Soil.
clear to all of you? Is the screen clear? Fine. Now, what is soil erosion? Do you people know? What is soil erosion? Do you know, class? Anybody in the class who can tell what is soil erosion?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes, Om.
Ma'am, soil erosion is the removal of the uppermost layer of the soil by air is called soil erosion.
Yes, yes, you can say we are doing geography chapter 2. In that we are doing soil erosion, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Ma'am, you are writing something, but I can't see it in the frame.
Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am, little bit.
Okay. Now it is clear, I believe.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, 1 second. I'm joining from another device. Can I leave the meeting and rejoin?
Yes, yes, Ranshir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Soil erosion is basically removal of topsoil through wind or water, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, what do you understand by removal of topsoil through wind or water? If you see, this is land, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And if we consider this as the topsoil, right? Right? So the removal of this topsoil in particular, due to wind and water, right? It is considered, see the topsoil that we have, it is considered to be the most fertile soil, right? On which the cultivation processes take place, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So when we say soil erosion, we are basically talking of the removal of the topsoil due to the agents of gradation, that is wind or water, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, when we say soil erosion, we categorize this soil erosion into two parts, right? We say that the common ways of soil erosion are, first is the sheet erosion, and the other we say is the gully erosion, right?
Gully.
Yes. Now, what do you mean by sheet erosion or gully erosion? Can anybody tell?
Ma'am, sheet erosion is due to heavy rainfall,
Yes.
and the gully erosion happens because of the uneven topsoil.
Okay. I will consider your point, but then not exactly the uneven topsoil. See, sheet erosion takes place when, when Sheet, you know, a sheet looks like this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, because of
ma'am.
now due to heavy rain, this complete layer of the topsoil that is present over here, it tends to move towards the other direction, in the direction of the wind that is blowing or the water that is flowing, right? So this is called as the sheet erosion, the movement or the displacing of the soil through the agents of gradation because of heavy rain or, you know, strong winds blowing. That is called sheet erosion. But in sheet erosion, it is the water that takes away the top soil, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, why it happens? Because of the lack of vegetation or the soil or the plant cover that it has on the land. If the land is not covered with the green plants or the grasses, then the excessive flowing water has the tendency to remove the complete layer, complete sheet of the top soil. I hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. Okay, talking about, so this was all about sheet erosion. Now, when we talk of gully erosion, can anybody tell me what is gully erosion or how it takes place? What are gullies,
No,
you
ma'am.
know? What are gullies?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, when rain falls heavily over.
Yes, over a
And
Ma'am,
yes,
the uneven soil crumbs on the soil, and when rain heavily falls on them, so they take them.
yes. See what happens when the rain falls heavily over an uneven surface. Like, you know, this is a land, right? Right? Now, this is a land. What will happen when water will continuously fall? Water is falling continuously, right? But the places where the land has some unevenness. So here what will happen? Because of the continuous flow of water, a lane will be developed. A narrow lane will develop, and continuously when the water is flowing over it, it will tend to make passage for the water to flow. Right? Right, class? Right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
this is called as gully erosion. This is called as gully erosion, right?
Erosion.
This is called as gully erosion when narrow lanes are formed by the excessive water that falls on an uneven surface of the land, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And over a period of time, because this is a very large land area that we are talking about, and when on this large land area water continuously falls, it tend to make, you know, passages for the water to flow. So over a period of time, these passages, they take the shape of a gully, right? That is why it is called as gully erosion, right, class?
Okay.
Fine.
Yes.
Huh. Right. Now, see, we all know that the erosion takes place because there is lack of, due to lack of vegetation cover, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Cover on land, right? Now, this erosion that takes place, it is all because of the human and the physical factors. We as human beings, we are responsible for this, no? Are we not responsible for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
See,
ma'am.
we are cutting down the trees, we are cutting down the plants, we are clearing of the land so that we can, develop infrastructures over those lands. But then when the land is left like that for a long period of time and no construction takes place, in that case, the topsoil tends to move away from the layer of the soil that is fertile. It tends to move because of the wind and the water, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope this erosion part is all clear and understood to all of you.
Yes,
Ma'am, can you
ma'am.
explain me once again the gully erosion?
See, gully erosion takes place when on a large surface of uneven terrain or uneven land, when the water falls heavily, right? Continuously when it falls, it tends to break, it tends to make passages on the land where the terrain is uneven.
Okay, ma'am.
So, and over a period of time, when these gullies are narrow lanes are formed, this is called as gully erosion, right? In Madhya Pradesh, we have Chambal Valley. Chambal Valley is a very good example of the gully erosion, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Now, moving to the factors. I hope that these are all clear and understood to you people.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
That's really very good. See, when we talk of the factors responsible for the erosion, we basically consider factors responsible for soil erosion are the physical factors and the human factors, right? Now, when we say physical factors, what exactly we are talking about? We are talking about the slope of the land, right? When we say physical factors, we are mainly concerned about the slope of the land. Do you really think that the slope of the land is responsible for erosion? Class?
Yes.
Ransher, Zainab?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, slope of the land, we all know when we have a slopy land like this. So the layer of soil that is over here, it will tend to move faster than on plains, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes, ma'am.
slope will allow easy removal of the topsoil because of water, right? And when the wind blows, so wind and water, they have a tendency to take the soil, uncovered soil that is on the slopy land. But where we have plains, on the plains it become little difficult for the water to wash away the land, the soil cover that is over the land, right? So when we compare, though soil erosion takes place both on plains and as well as on the slope of the land, but when we have to compare that where the pace of the erosion is more, so in that case we stick to the slope of the land. Where the lands have high slopes, steep slopes, there the erosion is more in comparison to the plains. I hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now coming to the next physical factor, that is the intensity of rainfall. Intensity of
Rainfall.
rainfall. What is meant by intensity? What is intensity? Do you know? Class?
Ma'am,
Beta batao.
ma'am, amount.
The amount, exactly. See, when the rainfall is in tidbits, when it is very, so only when we have only drizzling, right? So it will not take away the soil, the top soil of the land. But when it rains heavily, then it tends to take away the topsoil of the land. I hope this intensity of rainfall is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now talking about the velocity of wind. What is meant by velocity of wind? What is velocity of wind, class? The speed of the wind, right? Right?
Yes,
When,
ma'am.
Yes.
when the wind blows gently, then it does not tend to take away the topsoil, but when it moves strongly, when the speed of the wind is very high, the velocity is very high, in that case, it tends to take away, wash away the top soil that is over the land and which is uncovered, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
So these are the physical factors that are responsible for soil erosion. Now coming to the human factors, we all know, we as human beings, we are completely responsible for the erosion of the soil because the deforestation, we all know deforestation is reckless cutting of the
Trees.
vegetation cover, exactly, the trees. So deforestation is one factor which is one human factor
For
which,
human
yes, we yes beta, what are you saying, Zainab?
responsible for the human activities.
Yes, deforestation is the human factor that is responsible for soil erosion is deforestation. The reckless cutting of the trees and the, you know, the pace at which we are clearing the lands, that is, you know, responsible for the soil erosion. When there is no vegetation cover over the land, it tends to lose its topsoil quickly, right? With the agents of water and wind. Then the overgrazing part. What is overgrazing? Do you know? What is grazing? Do you know, children? What is grazing?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, the
eating
grass that
of
animals eat.
and
Exactly.
Eating of animals.
Yes, very good. See, grazing is a process where the cattle are, you know, left on the land areas where small grasses are there, and this is called grazing. And because of the overgrazing by the cattle on a piece of land, on a large land area, it tends to, you know, the soil tends to lose its particles because there is no vegetation cover. The grass that was there on the land is eaten up by the animals or the cattle that graze over there. So it tends to losing the particles of the soil and then allowing it to be washed away with water and air. I hope this overgrazing is also clear and understood to you people.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Then talking about the overuse of chemical fertilizers. See the chemical fertilizers that we have. You know what are fertilizers?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. The chemicals made in factories and
Yes.
used in the soil to make the plants
Yes.
fertile and
Yes.
soil
See,
fertile.
see, you know, long time back, somewhere in 1960, when the Green Revolution was introduced in India, during that time, modern methods of agriculture or cultivation were introduced. Now, when modern methods were introduced in that, these chemical fertilizers were also introduced. These chemical fertilizers, when the farmers use these chemical fertilizers, they boost the growth of the agricultural production. जो हमारी खेती होती है, जो हमारी फूड क्रॉप्स होती हैं, जो हम ग्रो करते हैं ऑन द लैंड, ऑन द पीस ऑफ लैंड अंडर कल्टीवेशन, उसको बूस्ट करने के लिए, उसका प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा करने के लिए किसी भी फूड क्रॉप का, ये केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स आर यूज्ड बाय द फार्मर्स. अब ये जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स होते हैं, ये बड़े हार्श होते हैं बेटा. दे आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग केमिकल्स. ठीक है, इन स्ट्रॉन्ग केमिकल्स की वजह से क्या होता है कि लैंड पे जो भी वेजिटेशन होता है, वो सारा का सारा कवर जो है, इट गेट्स वॉश्ड अवे. भाई हमने केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर यूज करा, उसके लिए वी आर यूजिंग एक्सेस ऑफ वाटर आल्सो ऑन दी लैंड. अब जब हम एक्सेस ऑफ वाटर लैंड पे यूज कर रहे हैं, तो उससे क्या होता है, उससे जो है हमारे लैंड की क्वालिटी डिग्रेड होती है और जो टॉप सॉइल होता है वो भी कंप्लीटली इनफर्टाइल हो जाता है. राइट? राइट क्लास?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how the Yes.
Ma'am, but for fertilizers, land gets fertile.
No, beta, but then after, see, the natural fertility of the land goes away, no? Of course the land becomes fertile, but then only artificially the land is becoming fertile. The natural fertility of the land goes away completely, and in return it leads to the land degradation. जो हमारी जमीन की जो फर्टिलिटी की जो क्वालिटी होती है, जो फर्टाइल जो पार्टिकल्स जो हमारे लैंड में ऑलरेडी नेचुरली प्रेजेंट होते हैं, वो सब मर जाते हैं इन केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स को यूज करने की वजह से. उसके बाद क्या होता है, कॉन्टिन्यूसली उस लैंड पे अगर हमें अच्छा प्रोडक्शन चाहिए तो हमें बहुत सारे केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स का यूज करना पड़ता है, जिसकी वजह से because of the continuous use of these chemical fertilizers, the land becomes poor in quality, poor in fertility.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? हम जानते हैं कि वो फर्टिलिटी बढ़ाने के लिए किया जाता है, प्रोडक्शन को बढ़ाने के लिए किया जाता है, बट देन क्योंकि उसके अंदर केमिकल्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं बेटा, और कोई भी चीज जिसमें केमिकल्स का यूज हम करते हैं, इट इज नॉट गुड फॉर अ लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन. आप कुछ समय तो यूज कर सकते हो, बट अगर आप ज्यादा समय उसको यूज करोगे तो उसके आफ्टर इफेक्ट जो हैं वो हमें फील होने लगेंगे. तो लैंड केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स का एक्सेसिव यूज जो है वो अल्टीमेटली लैंड की क्वालिटी को डिग्रेड करता है, एंड इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स इन सॉइल इरोजन. ठीक है, राइट क्लास?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, नाउ इरिगेशन, यू नो व्हाट इज इरिगेशन?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, इरिगेशन मतलब क्या होता है, पानी देना, है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, हम सबके घरों में पॉट्स होंगे, हमारे घर में छोटा सा एक गार्डन भी होगा, उस गार्डन को हम जो है रेगुलरली वाटर देते हैं. ठीक है, पर क्या होता है, जब हम इरिगेशन का जो हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट है, अगर उसको हम ओवर कर देते हैं, एक्सेस कर देते हैं, तो क्या होता है, जो हमारे जो लैंड के ऊपर जो टॉप सॉइल होती है, जो फर्टाइल सॉइल होती है, वो बह जाती है. क्योंकि ज्यादा पानी डालने से क्या होगा, इट टेंड्स टू टेक अवे द टॉप सॉइल. तो बिकॉज ऑफ द ओवर इरिगेशन ऑल्सो, आपको पता है जो केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स हम यूज करते हैं, इसका अल्टीमेट इसका इफेक्ट क्या होता है कि हमारा लैंड जो है बहुत ज्यादा पानी मांगता है. ठीक है, और पानी ज्यादा मांगने की वजह से क्या होता है कि इसके ऊपर का जो टॉप सॉइल होती है वो जो है डिग्रेड होना शुरू हो जाती है, वो इरोड होना शुरू हो जाती है. तो अल्टीमेटली जो ओवर इरिगेशन ऑफ द लैंड है वो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल होती है फॉर द इरोजन ऑफ द सॉइल. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जी.
Yes, ma'am.
Then coming to the unscientific farming methods. क्या फार्मिंग मेथड साइंटिफिक हो सकते हैं? बेटा फार्मिंग एवरीबडी नोज.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what is unscientific? अनसाइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स क्या होते हैं, आपको पता है?
No, ma'am.
ओके,
No, ma'am.
अनसाइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स वो होते हैं जिनमें कि हम गलत तरीके से लैंड को कल्टीवेट करते हैं. कई बार क्या होता है, आपने देखा होगा फार्मर्स जो है हिली एरियाज में अप एंड डाउन फ्लोइंग करते हैं, मतलब नीचे से ऊपर जाते हैं, ऊपर से नीचे आते हैं. तो ये जो अप एंड डाउन जो फ्लोइंग होती है, मतलब नीचे से ऊपर, ऊपर से नीचे, इससे क्या होता है, दोनों तरफ का जो लैंड होता है, काफी नीचे तक का जो लैंड होता है वो बहुत लूज हो जाती है, जो सॉइल पार्टिकल्स होते हैं. और वो लूज होने की वजह से क्या होता है, जैसी हवा चलती है या बारिश आती है तो तुरंत सारी की सारी मिट्टी जो है वो बह जाती है. इट टेंड्स टू फ्लो अवे. तो वो भी जो है अनसाइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स की वजह से भी जो है सॉइल इरोजन जो है बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. जो हमारे फार्मर्स हैं वो ये नहीं देखते हैं कि हमारे लैंड की नेचुरल फर्टिलिटी बनी रहनी चाहिए. उनका जो मतलब होता है, उनका जो मोटिव होता है, इट इज जस्ट दैट दे वांट दे वांट मैक्सिमम प्रोडक्शन फ्रॉम द लैंड. वो जितना भी जो है जो भी प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं वो ये चाहते हैं कि मैक्सिमम उससे उनको प्रोड्यूस जो है वो मिले. पर मैक्सिमम प्रोड्यूस पाने के लिए हमें लैंड की नेचुरल फर्टिलिटी को भी एज इट इज रिटेन करके रखना चाहिए ना. तो उसके लिए हमें लेस ऑफ केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स यूज करने हैं, हमें साइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स यूज करने हैं. अब साइंटिफिक आपने साइंस में पढ़ा होगा क्रॉप मैनेजमेंट में, किस तरीके से हमें अपने कल्टीवेशन को बूस्ट करने के लिए साइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स को यूज करना चाहिए. पढ़ा है ना आप लोगों ने?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, कैसे कैसे लैंड प्रिपेयर होता है, एग्जैक्टली कैसे लैंड प्रिपेयर होता है, किस तरीके से जो है क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन किया जाता है। तो साइंटिफिक फार्मिंग मेथड्स को अगर हम अडॉप्ट करते हैं तो उससे जो है हमारा सॉइल इरोजन नहीं होगा, बट बिकॉज our people are not following the scientific farming methods, so in return it tends to take away the topsoil, so it is also responsible for the soil erosion. I hope this is clear and understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now coming back, now can we stop this soil erosion?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell what is that process, how we can conserve, sorry, how we can protect?
Ma'am, by soil conservation.
By,
Soil conservation.
yes, by soil conservation we can
Protect and conserve the soil.
yes, very good. Okay, so can you suggest some measures of soil conservation? Can you suggest class? Huh?
Ma'am, afforestation.
Afforestation. What exactly do we have in afforestation?
Ma'am, in that, ma'am, we don't cut down many. Ma'am, we don't. No.
Huh?
Ma'am, we plant trees.
Ma'am, stop the cutting of trees.
Ha. We see in afforestation is a process in which we tend to grow more and more trees, right? Right, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes.
What other way we have to cultivate the land? Can anybody tell? Can anybody tell? Yes, children?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
My question is, can you suggest some measures for soil conservation or protection of the soil so that it does not get eroded?
Ma'am, we should plant more trees. We should prevent the cows, cattle, and the herd of cattle or any animal to do over. We should do that crop. We should plant. We should.
Ma'am, dams.
Okay. See, what is a soil conservation? Soil conservation is a process to protect the erosion of soil, right? The process to protect the erosion, to undo the erosion of the soil or to protect the erosion, soil from erosion, is called as soil conservation. Now, there are several factors, several methods, right? There are several methods to conserve.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
first of it is afforestation, as somebody said. Now, in
Ma'am, I
afforestation,
did.
very good. Okay, it was Rancher who told. Very good, Rancher. See, Rancher told us that afforestation is one way in which we can conserve the soil. Now, what exactly do we do in afforestation? Aditya, can you tell, beta?
Ma'am, may I tell?
Yes.
Ma'am, in afforestation, we stop the cutting of trees and plant more and more trees.
Very good. In afforestation, because we all know that afforestation is the most effective way of controlling soil erosion. So we must go for it. In afforestation, what do? We plant more and more trees so that we can, avoid soil erosion, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now, after afforestation, what is the next way of doing it? What is the next way? Yes, beta? Huh?
Overgrazing.
What is this overgrazing? Do you know?
Ma'am, the animals which eat the grass, that's known as grazing. And when animals eat more and more grass,
Hmm.
and the grass ends, then it is known as overgrazing, I think.
Yes, yes. See, we should stop overgrazing. We should stop what? Overgrazing, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, this overgrazing, see, we all know that in our country, because agriculture is the main occupation of the people, so the farmers, along with the food crops, they should also grow certain crops. They should grow the fodder crop that is eaten by the animals, right? So if they will grow that fodder for the animals, what will happen? This overgrazing, we'll be able to control on overgrazing of the land, and when we will control the overgrazing of the land, ultimately we'll be conserving the soil from getting eroded, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, very good. Now the next method that we have is, anybody for the next this thing?
Terrace farming.
Yes, very good. Terrace farming. Now, what is this terrace farming? Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, who will
Ma'am,
tell?
farming on terrace.
Okay.
On the slopes of
On
hills.
exactly, very good. See, we all know that hills are like this, no? Right? Hills are like this.
Yes.
Now, what we need to do is, we need to make, cut these slopes and do terrace farming. है ना? हम ऐसे ही तो कर सकते हैं terrace farming.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the benefit of doing this terrace farming? See, when we go for terrace farming, we are actually, debarring the soil to be eroded by the water and air. जब हम लोग slopes पे vegetation cover लगा देंगे, slopes पे when we will grow, when we will go for cultivation on the slopes, what will happen? It will not allow the water to take away the soil that is there on the slopes, right?
Yes,
So this is called as terrace farming. I hope this is clear. Terrace farming is clear to all of you.
yes, ma'am.
Now
Yes, ma'am.
coming to the next step, that is contour plowing. But a contour plowing